Hello to all our viewers. Welcome to AirAsia's Better Bersama podcast, where we talk to Malaysians about what it means to be Malaysian, whether it's about business, beauty and diversity, charitable endeavours, or just helping the community. Get ready to be inspired by stories of bravery, survival, empathy, and collaboration from our guests. Today, we're super excited to welcome Mr. Faisal from Ombak Villa, Crystal and Zoe from Orman Group, Liana from AirAsia to our show. I'm Achilles, your host for today, and I'm going to bring you on a journey of the revival of tourism here in Malaysia. Okay, do you mind talking to us a little bit about some background about Ombak Villa?
My name is Muhammad Faisal bin Ali. I'm the resort manager of Ombak Villa Langkawi. Ombak Villa Langkawi basically located approximately 5 kilometers away from the airport. We was built in 2012. So basically, Ombak Villa Langkawi consists of 76 rooms and 3 main villas. So Ombak Villa Langkawi also is actually located facing the Andaman Sea. So basically, the main focus of Ombak Villa Langkawi when we established last time is actually mainly to cater for the international market. But due to the current pandemic situation, we actually shifted our target to domestic travelers. So basically, Ombak Villa Langkawi also consists of 102 staff with 220 acres of spread of land.
Hi, Crystal. Could you please tell me about yourself and your role in Orman?
Hi, nice to meet you, and thanks for having me. So my name's Crystal. I head the brand and marketing team here at the Orman, and I've been here for close to 2 years, right about when the pandemic started. So it's been a very, very interesting ride for me so far.
Zoe, welcome to our show. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi everyone, I am Zoe. I am the Senior Brand and Marketing Executive over at Orman Group. I mainly assist Crystal and all of our marketing and brand strategy for the group.
So maybe I could give us all a bit of a background when it comes to the Orman Group. We are a Malaysian hospitality group with 3 distinct brands. First up, we have our flagship brand, which is the Chowkit and Orman Hotel. We are a collection of boutique properties for the contemporary traveler who appreciates things more modern and simplified luxury. We also have Momos, which is their playful sister, I like to call it, because it's really a concept that breaks tradition and celebrates life moments as well as creativity. We then finally have Tune Hotels, which is a brand known all across the world for its combination of great value and practicality for travels on the go.
Hi, Liana. Can you briefly tell me about yourself and your role at AirAsia?
Hi, my name is Liana, and I lead the travel marketing team here at AirAsia Super App. And what that means is that my team and I are accountable in making sure that our travel products are selling like hotcakes. And I have been here at AirAsia for more than 9 years now. And my team members are made up of young people from across Malaysia, not just KL, but also some from KK, some from Penang, some from Malacca, and everywhere else around Malaysia. And I myself was born and bred here in Kuala Lumpur.
Wow, so you have a very diverse team. That's great. Yeah. So how has COVID impacted the business and individuals relying solely on tourism?
Basically, when we talk about impact of COVID-19, basically it's actually huge towards Ombak Villa specifically. So in terms of revenue, in terms of profit, in terms of average room rate, or even in terms of expenses and costs, as well as morale of the staff as well. Okay, so basically when we talk about the revenue has been dropped for approximately 75% compared to the previous year. It was recorded at 14 million revenue yearly. Now it's actually went down up to 4 million for the last 2 years. So in terms of average room rate, also dropped from 320 ringgit per room per night to only 150 ringgit per room per night currently. So even the market segmentation also shifted from the international travelers to the domestic travelers only. So in terms of morale of the staff, we also conducted the downsizing and mutual separation scheme for the last, in December 2020, from a total manpower of 220 to only left with 110 staffs. So basically, we also have to venture into multitasking and diversify our professionalisms towards all this matter. We have to do a lot of works.
Well, I guess it's clear that we are not alone in this struggle. Like many others within the travel and tourism industry, we have been severely impacted by COVID. We are struggling alongside the rest of the industry, but what I can say is that we remain optimistic on how we can continue to deliver hospitality and service. For example, one, we do offer local staycations to those who are able to travel or to certain states that are allowing travels at the moment. We also provide travel quarantine for Malaysians who are returning home. And finally, we also participate in community outreach through the provision of meals to frontliners at PPVs as well as around the local communities.
In 2020 alone, right, the number that of tourist arrivals into Malaysia has dropped by more than 80%. I mean, just let that sink in, right? More than 80% reduction. So that means that would have like a massive impact across the board, not just for AirAsia, but also to all other Malaysians and Malaysia tourism players.
Yeah, definitely. And you said, well, 80% reduction. So what is AirAsia's role in reviving tourism?
I think for us at AirAsia, I think, I'm sure you yourself know as well, actually. I think we believe that people are our inspiration. So for us, when it came to reviving tourism, we looked at the feedback and as well as the needs of our guests. First is we needed to address the fact that there was a lot of fear and of all the uncertainty and all the unknown factors that revolves around the new normal. And secondly, I think we needed to address as well the fact that guests needed to be a lot more cost conscious and more prudent with their expenses during this time. So most of our campaigns, most of our efforts were all revolved around trying to make our customers and guests more comfortable with traveling again, and also providing them with value, a lot of value, and making sure that traveling is safe and affordable to them during this time. And essentially, what we wanted to do together was to enable our guests to travel again for, whatever reasons that they might have, whether it's to see their loved ones or to just take a break, or whether it is to go to work and things like that. So we wanted to do a lot of campaigns to show them that, look, yes, we are in the new normal, but traveling is not all that different than before, with exception that they need to be a lot more conscious about their safety and all the SOP procedures in place. So I think together with our partners, we did our best to play our part in driving tourists back into all the different destinations within Malaysia itself, in hopes that we are able to revive tourism and drive the economy of those destinations again, to not just benefit travelers, obviously, but to also help everyone within the travel ecosystem together. Yeah.
So how did Orman Group adapt to this situation?
So the team worked, I would say, tirelessly throughout the entire year, trying to come up with new promos, new programs that would suit the hotel as well as F&B business. So when it comes to Momos, we figured that a lot of our guests preferred experiences. Hence, we focused a lot on bringing in programming into our properties and introducing one-of-a-kind events. What we did was, at the Momos property, we have an airwell. And what we did was we introduced a DJ to play a couple of live sets in the airwell itself, and guests remain socially distant as they remain in their room. Besides that, we also introduced the Momos Art Fair, which was launched in conjunction with the International Women's Day. So what we did was we had 10 artists on a 2-week rotation, showcasing their work across the hotel at Momos. And I think this was really a great platform for both the artists as well as guests. I think with the ongoing pandemic, a lot of people are still quite worried about dining out. We do want to meet with our family, we do want to meet with our friends, but yet we're still kind of worried with, who is next to us, whether the tables are further apart enough. So what we did was we introduced a new concept called private at the chowkit. And here it really is a personal dining experience because we converted actual guest rooms, we removed the beds and mattresses, and we replaced them with dining tables instead. Besides private at the chowkit, we did introduce a stay and dine promotion over at the hotel. So I dare say that you won't find a greater value in Klang Valley, because what Stay and Dine does is we offer rooms at a price of 190 ringgit, or from 190 ringgit, and you will then get an equivalent value in terms of F&B credits. Throughout this entire time, we do ensure that our teams are constantly trained, and as well as their product knowledge are in order to provide the best customer service when things do return.
And in this very difficult times, right? So what does investing in your own business mean?
Basically, we diversified our income from only generating income from rooms and F&B, only food and beverage, to others. What I mean, we also established another food and beverage outlet, which is catered for only Langkawian, domestic Langkawi. So this one is actually, we use whatever hotel quality food and we cater for a local market. So they will pay a very minimum amount of money to get a very good food quality and a better food presentation. We also capitalize our manpower by sending them to other hotels to conduct maintenance as well as housekeeping to other government sector as well as corporate office in Langkawi. We also catered for a long stay guest at the moment in Langkawi, mainly for all the doctors from mainland who support the vaccination program in Langkawi, and as well as the frontliner and police as well.
Well, although not easy, I think what's really important is that we remain positive both for ourselves and for our team. We continue to invest and believe in our people. What that means is, we've continued to invest in training for any of our colleagues who were interested or who are interested in upscaling themselves. They are able to participate in online courses. And besides that, we also never gave up. So we really tried, to not have any pay cuts at the property level, and there were no retrenchments as well. So I think during this time, it's been difficult, but our people comes first.
So what kind of collaborative efforts have you witnessed or have been a part throughout these difficult times?
During this difficult time, we also support the Kementerian Kesihatan Malaysia and the Pusat Pemberian Vaksin PPV Langkawi. Mainly now, currently, they conducted, we do have a major vaccination center in Langkawi. They're using Langkawi International Convention Center, which can accommodate up to 3,000 people at one time. So we provide the volunteers to them. We also provide the accommodation to all the frontliners. We also provide types of food for all the frontliner as well. Other than that, it's actually, we also provide transportation if they need.
So Orman Hotels takes inspiration from the local community, and we aspire to stay relevant and connected in this regard. So hence we are doing whatever we can to help those that are affected or have been affected in our neighborhood and even beyond that. Saying that, we are working closely together with ECM Libra Foundation to provide namely rooms to frontliners at the Hospital Kuala Lumpur for close to 2 months in the past. And throughout 2020, our kitchen has been preparing meals for relevant NGOs such as the Pertiwi Soup Kitchen and Bicara Soup Kitchen. And we have been supporting the activities of Buku Jalanan Chowkit. And on top of that, this year, as of June 2021, we have been providing food to PPV centers in Klang Valley and Sungai Long that feed frontliners who are tirelessly working to protect us.
So by extending a hand, in the time of need, how have the livelihood of people on the streets been impacted?
So we already provide a food bank for them. So basically they just can drop by anytime and take whatever they want. We also give them still a full salary We didn't do any salary reduction at the moment. So to support the community, and as well to support the frontliner is actually the main objective of the Ombak Villa Langkawi.
Things like offering food to the needy in our neighborhood, providing food to frontliners at PPV centers. These are the small efforts that it may be minor, but it helps to lift the spirits of the community, and that's definitely something that we are trying to achieve as well.
So, Liana, you did say a lot of you did do a lot of campaigns, on the top of your head, because tourism was off and on throughout the year, domestic tourism per se, right?
Yeah.
So, name one of the campaigns that was done.
Okay, so I think one of the example that I can talk about is definitely the partnership that we had with Tourism Malaysia. What we did was we provided them with a 50 ringgit voucher to allow them to essentially offset some of the costs incurred during their travel planning.
Wow, that's definitely better bersama. So what were the toughest challenges you faced?
I think just like everyone else, the uncertainty ranged from, the constantly changing COVID-19 situation within the country, as well as I think for some, the uncertainty of them possibly losing their income, and for others, even, possibly losing their life. But I think when I speak about the projects that I worked on, I think it was a constant battle of uncertainty, because we'd have to think through each and every possible scenarios that would impact us. But of course, like I said earlier, I think us being Malaysians, we try our best and we adapt, and we are now able to think a few steps ahead and ensure that we are ready for any of the situations that might come our way.
Yeah, definitely. I can agree. We adapt very fast, especially also at All Stars, right? So what plans do we have in the next 1 to 2 years?
Maybe to fully resume our business in full, but also to expand our business to a different height, I would say, and offer more wholesome and more innovative travel offerings to our guests. So I think so that what our aim is so that the AirAsia Super App is a one-stop shop for any of Malaysians' travel needs, and essentially what we want to do is to fulfill everyone's aspiration to be able to travel again. Yeah,
and that's definitely, I can't wait to travel again, right? So Liana, tell us how you think the travel industry will change over the next few years.
I think a lot of our partners, as well as ourselves, we're looking into technologies that will allow us to travel more efficiently, and to ensure that there's minimal contact, unnecessary contact, I would say, when during the journey for traveling itself. But other than that, I think destinations will definitely thrive once people are back in those destinations.
So what would you like to say to Malaysians in terms of kita jaga kita during the pandemic?
So what I want to tell you guys here is actually all the Malaysian, please maintain a very good SOP and the hygiene. Please register for your vaccination. Go and get the vaccination. At least it will protect you guys. And we're really looking forward for Malaysian to come to Langkawi, because now actually Langkawi is actually really miss all the tourists. So in order for us to receive you guys, please complete your vaccination. And at the same time, Ombak Villa always have a very good promotion to all Malaysians. By all means, come and join us.
Right. So with Kita Jaga Kita, I think we've really learned that Malaysians do come together in time of need. If you take the white flag movement, for example, the community came together on their own, and it's so important because they've helped support and rebuild what we have. It's truly eye-opening as well, because you get to see Malaysians from all walks of life just stepping up to help those who are in need. So whether it's via donations to the food banks, or even providing educational needs to our locals or refugees, and even volunteering at the PPV centers, we're definitely better bersama.
So what are your hopes, right, for Malaysians, as well as Malaysia and the tourism industry at whole, to be better bersama?
So at the moment when international border is not open yet, so you guys have to grab the opportunity and try the Ombak Villa Langkawi. So then I also think that Malaysian should encourage domestic travelers rather than you go outside and spend overseas, you see. So looking forward to receive you guys in the resort, and I really hope that this pandemic will end soon and we will reach the herd immunity as soon as possible.
Our hopes, or my hopes at the moment, is that we're once again able to highlight to the world that we are able to offer the best of all worlds when it comes to hospitality and a great travel experience here. We have the beaches, we have the mountains, the sun, the rainforests, glitzy skyscrapers, and even rustic kampong homestays, right? So my hope is that we all stay resilient and definitely come out of this together.
I think Malaysians will generally continuously help one another during this unprecedented and challenging time. And I believe that we will definitely draw support and strength out of each other to make it through this pandemic. And I think each of us will definitely continuously do our part, and I hope that we will continuously help each other to be better bersama, like you said. And I hope that with a little bit of patience and a lot of effort from everyone together, Malaysian tourism can bounce back sooner and even better than before.
Thank you for being on our Better Bersama show today. And to all of you and yourself, Selamat Hari Merdeka and Selamat Hari Malaysia.
Thank you for the invitation.
Thank you so much, Achilles. Selamat Hari Merdeka to you too, and Selamat Hari Malaysia as well. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.